Hello, my name is Bob Orego, co-founder of Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, and as president for the first 10 years. I am proud of the work that Latino Town Hall has done over the last 24 years to improve the lives of everyone in our community. Thank you for joining me in congratulating this year's awardees. I hope these hidden heroes will inspire you to get involved in our community. We still have much work to do.
Good evening. Buenas noches. My name is Lorenzo Moraza, president of Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall 24th Annual Community Awards. Latino Town Hall is a nonprofit 501c3 organization formed in 1996 dedicated to enhance, promote, mobilize, cultivate, and increase the level of social awareness, interests, and concerns for the issues affecting the Latino community in Santa Paula and Ventura County. A major activity of the organization is the annual Community Awards celebration. And tonight, we will be honoring 5 outstanding citizens, 2 organizations, and 1 business for their extraordinary accomplishments. These essential, not expendable hidden heroes have found ways to continue their community work in spite of limitations placed by the current pandemic. The restrictions COVID-19 has placed upon us in order to put this event together have been surmountable. On behalf of the organization, I would like to thank all of our sponsors and those whose contribution helped make this virtual award event possible. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight some of this year's contributions made by Latino Town Hall members to help advance the mission and values of the organization. In partnership with other nonprofit organizations, we began the 2020 year with great optimism. We helped celebrate the 3rd annual tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We co-sponsored a reception with the Museum of Ventura County to honor Ventura County poet laureate Luz Maria Espinosa, and we had completed all preparations for the 2nd annual Cesar Chavez celebration. Then, all best laid plans began to unravel in early March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The impact COVID-19 has had upon our community cannot be understated. The most vulnerable members of our community have experienced the greatest suffering. The current social unrest polarizing our nation has subsequently torn at the fiber of our society and further strained our sense of well-being. The high level of stress has resulted in an increase in depression and anxiety. Many seniors in our community are living in fear. Latino Town Hall quickly pivoted to collaborating via Zoom meetings in order to continue our community advocacy work. Alarmed by the increasing rate of COVID-19 cases, particularly among Latinos, our membership has found ways to serve and help ease our community sufferings. Latino Town Hall members are serving in the Ventura County Public Health Agency COVID-19 Roundtable Council. This council has put into place a strategic plan specific to our area that will focus on comprehensive public education campaigns and an increase of additional bilingual mental and public health information and services. It would also seek to increase outreach services to aid non-English speaking and low-income families disproportionately affected by loss of jobs, lack of childcare, and school closures. Latino Town Hall participation in the Ventura County Behavioral Health Disparities Committee has resulted in the awarding of $3.9 million over the next 3 years to Logrando Bienestar Project to assist in increasing mental health services for the unserved Latinos in Ventura County. Our membership and advocacy in the Santa Paula Hospital Blue Ribbon Council has resulted in an increase of services and improvements to our current hospital. The council is helping lead a larger discussion in exploring resources for the construction of a new hospital that will replace the current one due to expire in 2032. Distant learning, the sole tool to educate students, is leaving many children behind. Many parents lack the technology skills needed to assist their children with schoolwork at home. Through our active participation in the Santa Paula Unified School District LCAP Committee, funds have been redirected for additional after-school tutoring services and securing additional counselors to provide social and emotional support. Our collective work to bring in an educational center to serve the Santa Clara Valley continues. We look at the leadership and advocacy of our newly elected College District trustee in helping make the Education Center dream come to fruition. The 2020 census campaign in Santa Paula was a major success thanks to the massive community outreach effort. The collective work of groups produced the best census effort in Santa Paula's history. The funds generated by the census will help support a wide range of services needed in the community. Special thanks to the Santa Paula Counts Committee and the many community volunteers who help support this unprecedented effort. A special thanks to Dr. Gavino Aguirre, whose leadership helped direct the 2020 Census Count campaign in multiple counties. Funds generated by the organization from this annual event have been donated to numerous local and county partners organizations whose community work aligns with the mission and values of our organization. This past June, Latino Town Hall awarded 14 scholarships totaling $8,000 to Santa Paula and Renaissance High School students, and we are currently in a scholarship campaign to raise $10,000 for this year's graduating seniors. Latino Town Hall contributed funds and wrote letters of support to housing campaigns that are working to increase housing opportunities for farm workers and low-income families. As you can see, it's been a busy year despite obstacles imposed by the current pandemic. As we head into the new year, I can assure you that Latino Town Hall will continue to monitor the political climate to provide advocacy and protection to the most vulnerable members of our community. We will continue to support one another and you in getting through this pandemic and helping our community recover from the economic and emotional fallout. If you're interested in helping, we wholeheartedly invite you to become a member. Visit our website for more information. Together, we can move mountains. We are truly blessed to have so many heroes among us working in the shadows to help one another make Santa Paula a great place to live. And now, it gives me a great honor to introduce to you the chairperson of the 2020 Santa Paula Latino Town Hall Annual Community Awards Committee, Dr. Maria Munguia Wellman.
Gracias, Lorenzo. 2020 started out like most years. However, very early on and due to COVID-19, it became a year unlike any other in the 24-year history of planning the annual Santa Paula Latino Town Hall Community Awards event. On March 17th, the Stay Well at Home order of the Ventura County Health Officer directed us to stay home and use safety precautions, social distancing, wearing a mask, and washing our hands. The exception to this order was essential workers. The 2020 Awards Committee began to meet shortly thereafter via Zoom. Our first task was to decide this year's theme. After careful consideration of many ideas, we came to a unanimous decision to acknowledge and honor essential workers and volunteers and decided on the theme, Essential, Not Expendable, Our Community's Hidden Heroes. We care deeply about and want to acknowledge all of our community essential workers, nurses, doctors, emergency medical technicians, hospital staff, dentists, pharmacy workers, firefighters, postal workers, grocery store employees, teachers, police officers, sanitation workers, utility workers, city workers, housekeepers, gardeners, childcare workers, food service workers, delivery persons, transportation workers, farm workers, and everyone who has been contributing in an essential way to keep our community functioning during these challenging times. We are all essential, not expendable. In addition to essential workers in our community, there are also essential volunteers, our community's hidden heroes. The recipients of the 2020 awards are essential volunteers who continue to provide essential services to our community in these difficult times. The awards acknowledge the volunteer activities of 8 members of our community, which represent both the need and benefit of volunteering in Santa Paula. Their efforts exemplify our theme this year, Essential, Not Expendable, Our Community's Hidden Heroes. It is now my pleasure and honor to present the recipients of the 24th Annual Latino Town Hall Community Awards.
Estamos aquí, we're here in front of the Los Arcos restaurant. This restaurant has been here in this community for many, many years, not only providing delicious food, but also making their business available for community services agencies to do things. And we're going to talk to Chilo Rangel. Look at this beautiful mural. This mural is dedicated to farm workers in our community. Chilo, buenos días.
Buenos días,
¿Cómo estás?
bien, gracias a Dios. Bien.
Pues aquí venimos a una sorpresita.
The Rangel family has been serving the Santa Paula community for more than 30 years. Cecilio Chilo Rangel emigrated to the United States in 1984 from the small town of Acuitzio, Michoacan in Mexico. His humble beginnings in business started with food trucks, but after much hard work and determination, Chilo expanded to a little hole-in-the-wall business called Chilo's Juice Bar on Harvard Boulevard. Eventually, in 1997, he was able to open the family-owned Los Arcos restaurant on Main Street. For over 15 years, Chilo Rangel has been preparing and serving delicious Mexican food, complemented with live entertainment at his Los Arcos restaurant. No wonder it has become a favorite social spot within the community. For decades, Los Arcos has also supported the community's various local fairs, festivals, car shows, flea markets, and swap meets. The business has donated food and services for various catering events for the Santa Paula Unified School District and the Santa Paula Police Department. In 2015, the Santa Paula Police Department recognized Los Arcos for its ongoing support. But what many may not realize is that Chilo has long made his restaurant available at no cost to nonprofit organizations for meetings and fundraiser events. In fact, during the current pandemic, Los Arcos has been serving as a site for weekly food distribution to assist Santa Paula families in need. Mr. Rangel has graciously lent his restaurant space to be used as a distribution center every Thursday to supply food for families affected by COVID-19. He believes it is important for all community members and businesses to support one another in any way possible. We achieve more by working together as a community, says Rangel, and despite the economic ups and downs of the past few decades, Los Arcos has endured thanks to the ongoing patronage of the great people of Santa Paula and its surrounding areas. Mr. Rangel expresses great appreciation to the community for its ongoing support during these especially difficult times. He says, "We will get through this together." Santa Paula is fortunate to have businesses like Los Arcos that quietly help to prop up the community by contributing to nonprofit causes and serving as a venue for Mexican music and cultural gatherings. These contributions have not gone unnoticed, and it is with immense gratitude that the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall recognizes Los Arcos Restaurant with the 2020 Jess Victoria Business Award.
Estamos aquí, yo como representante de Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, para felicitarlos. Ustedes, pues ya más de 20 años sabemos nosotros que han estado ustedes aquí ofreciéndonos no solamente deliciosa comida, ¿verdad? Música, para la comunidad que busca música tradicional, pero también este bonito lugar, con estos bonitos murales, se han puesto disponibles a agencias no lucrativas a llevar a cabo reuniones, conferencias, ¿verdad? Y últimamente han ustedes abierto las puertas para que se distribuya de aquí comida durante este tiempo de la pandemia. Y por todo eso, Santa Paula Latino Tango quiere felicitarlos y otorgarles este reconocimiento del señor Jens Victoria Business Award por el año 2020. Así que los felicito. So, for over 20 years, Los Arcos has been a restaurant that not only has delighted us with delicious food, but also traditional music that is played here in this beautiful hall, this beautiful mural. And this hall has Los Arcos, Mr. Chilo Rangel, has made it available to nonprofits to conduct meetings, conferences, and most recently, has become a site for food distribution. So for all that you have done, Chilo, and regarding your business, Latino Tango is honored to present to you the 2020 Jens Victoria Business Award. So congratulations, felicidades. Lo que han hecho ustedes, están haciendo, ha ayudado a que Santa Paula sea un mejor lugar para vivir a toda la comunidad.
Gracias.
Mira, aquí tienen esta bonita placa, este bonito reconocimiento.
Gracias.
Ustedes, estos también son certificados de reconocimiento de representantes a nivel del Estado, condado y de la ciudad. Así es de que los felicitamos y siguen adelante.
Muchísimas gracias.
Buenas tardes, gente linda de este pueblo de Santa Paula, dando las gracias por ser escogido para este gran reconocimiento y agradeciendo a Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, mi negocio Los Arcos Restaurant, ubicados en el 978 East Main Street en Santa Paula. Estamos aquí desde el año 1997 dándole un gran servicio a nuestra comunidad de Santa Paula. Contamos con rica comida auténticamente mexicana, mariscos, tacos, burritos, tortas, y también tenemos espacio de renta para sus eventos, bodas, quinceañeras y bautizos, dándoles paquetes de acuerdo a su necesidad, trayéndoles diversión y música en vivo todos los fines de semana y también karaoke. Ha habido altas y bajas, pero ahí estamos todavía en la marcha. Y ahorita en estos tiempos de necesidad hemos puesto nuestro granito de arena apoyando a nuestra gente que necesita de mucha ayuda. Yo presto un restaurante para que repartan las despensas todos los jueves, también de vez en cuando les echo la mano apoyando y ayudando de una u otra forma. Trabajando como comunidad se logra más.
We're at Eli Moras' house, and we're going to present to her the Community Service Award. So we got to get a few things ready for the presentation. It is 9:10, right?
Hi.
Is this Eli Moras' residence?
Yeah.
How are you, Eli?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm Lorenzo Moraza,
Hi. Nice to meet you.
and I have something special to present to you. If you don't mind coming out here with us.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos
This is my
días.
dad, my son Sawyer.
Lorenzo Moraza.
Oh, Omar Mora, mucho gusto.
Pásenle.
Thank you.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh my God, Sandra.
Eli, if you don't mind standing here with us, come and join your daughter too.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a beautiful morning this morning, and we're excited to be
Our
here.
state and national parks and local nature areas have been seriously impacted by the COVID epidemic. As business closures dragged on into spring and summer months, people began to flood parks and hiking trails. Unfortunately, this resulted in overcrowding, littering, and vandalism, creating overwhelming problems in many regions. Fortunately, Hidden Heroes stepped up to address the problem. Among them, a 24-year-old Santa Paula resident and community activist, Ellie Mora. A dedicated and powerful young woman, she has inspired others with her leadership and commitment to the environment. Ellie and fellow volunteers have been profiled in Time magazine, in local and national radio stations and newspapers for their efforts to organize volunteers to clean up trails in the Los Padres National Forest, the Santa Clara River, and trails leading to the Punch Bowl. Ellie's volunteer efforts began long before COVID-19 though. She first signed on as a volunteer for the Los Padres Forest Association, the LPFA, 6 years ago. She has since been involved in trail maintenance, helping to keep them clean and in good shape. Ellie got involved with the Ojai First Saturday projects, and after the Thomas fire, she worked with the LPFA, helping to restore fire-damaged areas. According to the Forest Association, Ellie's educational and recruitment efforts on social media have resulted in a younger and more diverse cadre of volunteers. Volunteers who have spent hundreds of hours cleaning up our local nature areas. As an example, when the Punch Bowl Trail was inundated with thousands of people per day, trash was left behind and rocks were covered in graffiti. So, Ellie coordinated socially distant and safe volunteer groups to pick up trash, remove graffiti, stabilize trails, and install signs and trail markers. She has led over 10 cleanups with more than 100 volunteers, filling 2 dumpsters full of trash. Said Ellie, "I feel compelled to give back to nature as it gives me such peace of mind and solitude. I try to go above and beyond to preserve it for others. That way, they can experience the same." Ellie's 1.5-year-old son Sawyer gives her another reason to continue her work. He is already an avid nature lover, and she wants every child and adult to be able to enjoy the outdoors like he does. Now Ellie hopes to inspire others to go out and make a difference, to be the hidden hero that creates a ripple. Because she says, it's a huge world, but a single person can make a lasting impact and have a ripple effect. For her powerful convictions and actions, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is pleased to honor Ellie Mora with the 2020 Community Service Award.
Ellie, for the hundreds of volunteer hours you have dedicated to help preserve and maintain hiking trails in Los Padres National Forest and the Santa Clara River, while inspiring others to do the same, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is honored in presenting you with a 2020 Community Service Award for your volunteerism and dedication, and so it gives us an honor to be able to do this for you. So we'd like to present you with the trophy in your name.
Thank you.
And also these are certificates of appreciation from state, county, and city officials. They're also very thankful of your work, because in doing what you're doing makes our community a better community. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. This means so much. Thank you.
Thank you for this award, and to all of the volunteers who've helped work along the Santa Paula Canyon Trail. I've spent every week for the last 5 months going back, and we've had over 150 different volunteers who've collectively spent over 1,000 hours picking up mass amounts of trash and litter along the trail. These cleanup efforts have really brought the community together from all different generations. We've had volunteers as young as 1.5 to volunteers in their 80s, and toddlers are surprisingly great at picking up micro trash. We've made lifelong friends, and I'm excited to continue working with all of the volunteers to maintain the natural beauty of the canyon. I really am grateful for this award. Thank you.
So, right here we're in front of the Iglesia Metodista Unida, El Buen Pastor. This is El Buen Pastor United Methodist Church. And we're here to present them the Community Service Award, Organization Award, to their Social Action Program. They're doing a lot of great things in the community, and they've been doing it for a long time. I believe they're maybe having a meeting back here. Hello.
Hello. Oh, you should have.
Buenos días.
Good morning, Mr. Morales. To what do we owe the honor?
Well, we're here to honor you.
To honor.
Santa Paula Latino Town Hall has been following the work that this church, your action program, has been doing for so long. That we have a little something for you guys, if you don't mind joining me.
Oh my goodness. What an honor. Thank you. So this is from the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall.
Latino Town Hall. This is part of our annual award.
Oh, that's good.
El Buen Pastor United Methodist Church, UMC, has been serving the Santa Paula and Fillmore communities since 1913. For the past 106 years, the church has been actively involved in promoting not only spiritual and faith values, but also values of justice, peace, equality, familia, community, and education through social action. The organization's social justice program in particular has helped to shape the community in many positive ways. In partnership with the county, local agencies, and other community-based groups, El Buen Pastor UMC has hosted and led several mission-related ministry programs to assist neighborhoods and disenfranchised people living in Santa Paula and Fillmore. These include initiatives to provide support to the community's homeless populations, such as the One-Stop Shower Program, the Mobile Medical Clinic, and the Safe Sleep Car Park Program for homeless families in collaboration with Spirit of Santa Paula and Ventura County. El Buen Pastor UMC continues to actively participate in many community events, such as the Martin Luther King Requiem and Jazz Celebration, the Cesar Chavez Week Celebration, the Family Fair, the National Day of Prayer, the Labor Day Parade, and the Community Posada Celebration. In addition to spiritual programs like Vacation Bible School and the Vista Cove Worship Program, El Buen Pastor UMC supports neighborhood initiatives like the Little Community Library, Summer Movie Nights, the Music Academy, and Rainbow Connections dances for disabled individuals and their families. These programs, along with La Vecindad after-school tutoring program, are part of the church's social justice efforts to provide equitable access to enrichment and support for families in the Santa Clara Valley. Additionally, their programs support English language classes and citizenship classes, the immigration legal services for low-income families, and assistance for those seeking asylum in the United States. These programs are having a profound impact on the lives of many, and set an example of compassion and service leadership. They also represent a long-standing commitment by El Buen Pastor UMC that stretches back to the church's roots at the start of the 20th century, ministering to the needs of our community. Throughout the 1900s, the church played an important role in interfaith collaboration with other local denominations. The church also provided emergency services to families displaced by the devastating flood of 1928, helped immigrant families with language barriers understand and interact with agencies such as the court system, and expanded services to the homeless and farm workers. In 2010, the Reverend Joel Ortiales further expanded the church's services to homeless community members, forming lasting partnerships with organizations like the Spirit of Santa Paula. Today, El Buen Pastor UMC is committed to continue the work of transforming lives under the leadership of Reverend M.G. Alonso Redondo. The Reverend Alonso Redondo acknowledges that the wonderful community service and social justice work of the church has been a long-time collaboration between church leadership, parishioners, community volunteers, and partner organizations. This ongoing work is a testament to what we can achieve when we all work together, and is the basis on which Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is awarding the 2020 Community Service Organization Award to El Buen Pastor UMC Social Action Program.
All of you.
Oh, thank you so
Let me
much.
present this to Pastora Lupita.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
You
thank
don't
you.
mind?
You wanna
You-
do that? You get an angle. At an angle? Let's do that. Okay. That's an angle. Heels on.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Well, first of all,
This way.
thank you for being here. I
No,
know that
thank
we're all
you.
very busy these days, and as you can see, we're experiencing challenges.
Yeah.
But Santa Paula Latino Town has been committed for the last 24 years to recognize individuals, organizations, and business that are contributing to, in one way or another, to their volunteerism, to bring about some change, and in the process, make Santa Paula a better place to live.
Great.
And we're gathered here in front of a very symbolic pole here, and then the Paz.
Yeah,
And
Poste de la Paz.
it represents a great deal to the church. So for over 100 years, El Buen Pastor United Methodist Church Social Action Program has hosted and led missions to assist disenfranchised people in the Santa Paula Fillmore communities. Your efforts has helped to inspire a new generation of Santa Paula volunteers. Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is honored to present you with a 2020 Community Organization Award.
Wow, thank you.
So on behalf of the organization, I would like to congratulate you. We have for you, I believe it's a beautiful plaque that you can display, and we have also for you certificates of appreciation from state, county, and city officials.
Oh my goodness.
And so we
What an honor.
your work is not going unnoticed, and it's our job to bring it to the attention of the community.
Wow.
So congratulations.
Thank you for the Santa Paula Town Hall.
Blessings. My name is Laura Hernandez, and I am part of the leadership of El Buen Pastor United Methodist Church in Santa Paula. In front of our church, we have planted a peace pole. This peace pole is an internationally recognized symbol of the hopes and dreams of the entire human family, standing vigil with a silent prayer that reads, "May peace prevail on earth," in different languages on each of its sides. El Buen Pastor United Methodist Church has been an active part in the life of Santa Paula for more than 106 years. It has been recognized as the first Protestant Spanish mission ever to incorporate in the state of California. Since its birth in 1913, our church has participated in social action, promoting spiritual growth, justice, peace, equality, inclusion, and our education within our communities. We, as part of El Buen Pastor UMC leadership, are committed to continue the work of transforming lives for the transformation of the world, seeking to outreach, to grow, and to serve as the neighborhood church. We are honored for being chosen for this community recognition and grateful to those who nominated us, acknowledging that none of our work on behalf of the disenfranchised persons and families within our communities could have been possible without the help of the church's leadership, our members, the support from our California Pacific Conference, our North District office, and the many community volunteers and partnerships with Ventura County, local agencies, Spirit of Santa Paula, and other community-based groups such as the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall. Thank you. Thank you to God for the opportunity to serve, and to you who have been part of our journey.
We're at Gina Ramirez's home, and we're here to present Gina with a 2020 Education Award. Let me go and knock on the door. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, Gina, how are you?
Fine, and yourself? What about my mess?
Visitándote. Well, it's if you have a moment, I'd like to invite you to come out. You have any family members
Yes,
with
come
you?
on, everybody.
Come on, guys, come on out.
My handsome son.
Everybody's out there.
Sophie?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just us for a minute right now.
Yeah.
And I want you to stand right here. And you guys should be part of this because this is a special day, a special moment. And yeah, right here's fun. Yeah, right here's fun. Like to invite your family here.
It's okay.
Pásale.
That's my key. Come on, son.
Buenas tardes.
Véngase.
Right here's fun.
Véngase aquí, no para aquí.
¿Dónde está la escalón?
No, camínale para acá.
¿Debajo?
Educators are another sector of essential workers, hidden heroes within our community. This year, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is proud to recognize Mrs. Gina Ramirez with the Education Award, representing the hard work of all Santa Paula teachers and support staff during the COVID epidemic. Mrs. Ramirez was born in Mexico and emigrated to the United States with her family when she was 5 years old. She grew up in a small one-bedroom apartment with 4 sisters. Their father was killed by a drunk driver when Gina was 13, and she had to take on a lot of responsibility, helping to raise her sisters and working to provide for the family. However, her parents recognized the value of a good education and encouraged her to do well in school. As a result, she was the first to graduate from college in her family. In fact, she holds 2 master's degrees and will be completing her dissertation for her doctoral degree next May. All this while she and her husband Michael are raising 4 beautiful children, Isais, Mikey, Sophia, and Elias, as well as serving their community through church and sports activities. Ms. Ramirez began her career in education as a bilingual elementary teacher. From the first day she stepped into the classroom, she was dedicated not only to serving students, but to empowering their parents as well. She helped families understand the importance of taking an active role in their children's education because she knows firsthand what it is to have parents that give their all but don't have the language skills to advocate for themselves or for their children. Gina eventually took on the role as vice principal at Isbel Middle School, where she continued to advocate for students and their families. She established a Future Leaders of America student group on campus and encouraged all students to work toward careers in higher education. 5 years ago, Mrs. Ramirez was hired as the Director of State and Federal Programs, including the Migrant Education Programs. During her first year working with the migrant program, Mrs. Ramirez built a strong Spanish debate team of middle school students. The team won first place and continues to make history at Isbel Middle School, outperforming other districts. She works closely with the Padres Parent Group and organizes parent education conferences to help families learn leadership skills, understand their rights, and how to advocate for their children, and to connect them with resources to help them learn English and advance their own education. Mrs. Ramirez says, "Our children deserve to have a high-quality education where our language and culture is embraced. Santa Paula is the way it is today because many Latinos fought to have rights and be part of the entire city." In honor of all educators working tirelessly to serve Santa Paula's school community, we are pleased to present the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall 2020 Education Award to the energetic, enthusiastic, and optimistic Mrs. Gina Ramirez.
Taking a picture?
Gina, on behalf of Latino Town Hall, I'm here to give you a special presentation. For over 20-some years, you've been able to balance your career, your beautiful family, caring for your mother, providing leadership with many of the teachers, faculty, and administrators, not only in this district, but I know that you're also very active at St. Sebastian Church. Your community work is exemplary. And of special note is the fact that you continue to spend a great deal of time working with parents, engaging parents, especially those that are from limited English-speaking families. So because of your work and dedication, Latino Town Hall would like to present to you the 2020 Education Award. It's a way of thanking you for your hard work, for your dedication, and more importantly, your professionalism. We are honored to have you work in our community. Every day you are making a difference in the life of families, from young age children, staff, community at large, and of course, I'm sure your family and community is proud of you. Quiero felicitar a todos. And on behalf of Latino Town Hall, I'd like to present this token of our appreciation, and I want to congratulate you.
I am extremely honored and humbled to have been awarded the Education Award. I understand the value of the award and the amount of dedication and passion that LTH has to improve the education of our Latino community. Historically, Latino Town Hall has done a huge investment in our community to be able to bring and integrate all of us Latinos into all of Santa Paula, not just from 12th Street on. All of the positive things that I have been able to do to improve access for our parents and our students could have not been possible if I didn't have my husband's unconditional support, as well as my mother's and my children. They always support me and allow me to do whatever I need to do without any question or without harassing me for not being home on an early time. As an educator for 26 years, I understand the needs and strengths of our Latino community, especially because of my experiences and my faith. I have a moral responsibility to continue to advocate for our children and our families to provide them the best education possible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this great honor, LTH. And I will continue to do my very best with our community.
Johanna, over here. Right here. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. And please do me a favor, God. Whose name is it?
This has been a difficult year for students dealing with social distancing and school closures. Like all students, Sahana Reyes is doing her best to persevere. She is a senior at Santa Paula High School. For as long as she can remember, her parents have had high academic expectations for her, and she worked hard to live up to them, earning above a 4.0 GPA and taking rigorous AP and honors courses. When Sahana started high school, she was determined to be as involved as possible. She joined band, first playing percussion, then the snare drum, and performing with the band in field competitions and marches. Sahana is also an athlete, playing softball since second grade and joining the golf team at the high school, where she was recognized as most valuable player during her sophomore and junior years. Sahana served as a team co-captain last year, recruiting new players and helping to coach team members to improve their game. Sahana is also an active member of SESP, Students Encouraging Social, Political, and Environmental Action. She joined as a freshman and quickly became the class representative, going on to become the president her sophomore year, a role she has continued to hold. With SESP, Sahana has participated in environmental-related community service events, including helping to clean up and remove invasive species from the Santa Clara River and participating in ecological restoration of the area. Sahana also volunteers at the Blanchard Library, tutoring elementary school students and recruiting children and teens for the summer reading program. The program inspired Sahana herself to become a passionate reader, which has contributed to her academic success. As a volunteer for the program, she strives to help youth participants find a passion for reading, as she did. Social distancing has been especially challenging for Sahana because her father and hero passed away suddenly last March as schools were transitioning to online learning. Sahana says losing her father during the pandemic has made grieving more challenging. She remembers her parents working hard to make the holiday special despite financial hardships and wonders what this holiday will be like without her father, the sole breadwinner in her household. But she is determined, she says, to continue excelling and to stay motivated and involved in her extracurricular activities. Her dad's greatest hope was that Sahana would graduate from a 4-year university, and she was working hard to make this happen. She joined the Santa Paula High School robotics program during her sophomore year to pursue an interest in engineering and quickly excelled in designing and building competitive robots. Sahana is currently applying to universities with the goal of majoring in aerospace engineering. She would like to eventually work at a large company like NASA, Boeing, or JPL. Santa Paula Latino Town Hall recognizes the many extraordinary accomplishments of this young woman and has every confidence she will achieve her personal and professional goals. For being an exemplary student, volunteer, and role model to other Santa Paula youth, Sahana Reyes is being honored with the 2020 Santa Paula Latino Town Hall Youth Award.
We're here because you are an exceptional high school student. You have learned to maintain a balance of school and community service. Your work ethic has enabled you to do community volunteerism, and in doing so, you have inspired others to do the same. Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is honored to present to you with the 2020 Youth Award on this day, such a beautiful day in front of Santa Paula High School. Sahana, congratulations. We are honored for your, and we love all the work that you've been doing. I know that doing academic work, athletics, community service, maintaining a high point average. We just want to wish you the best in the pursuit of a higher education. So once again, on behalf of the organization, we congratulate you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Sahana Reyes. There are no words that can explain my full gratitude towards the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, and I am more than honored to be this year's recipient of the Youth Award. There are a few people that I would love to thank for their continued support to get me to where I am now. First, my brother, for always sticking by my side when at times it felt like I had no one else. Secondly, my dad, for pushing me to be the best version of myself and to strive for nothing less than greatness. Now I know more than ever that I want to do everything I can to make both of them proud. In order to do this, I plan to attend a four-year university right after high school and pursue a career in aerospace engineering. When I graduate, I want nothing more than to give back to my community and encourage other girls to pursue a career in STEM. Thank you, and thank you again to the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall.
Hi, Sahana. My name is Dr. Bob Anderson. I'm a planetary geologist with NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. I'm here tonight to congratulate you for this well-deserved Youth Award. Wow, what an honor. I'm glad you want to be an aerospace engineer. What a great field to get into. I believe space exploration is the next great unexplored field. Your hard work and dedication are exactly what NASA and JPL are looking for. Keep up the good work. I wish you Godspeed on your journey. Personally, call me if you ever want to talk about your career path. I would love to meet you. Again, congratulations.
For the past 24 years, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall has awarded thousands of dollars to graduating students from Santa Paula and Renaissance High School. With us tonight are two scholarship winners from last year's graduating class.
Growing up, my family has always encouraged me to continue my education after graduating high school. Although I faced some life challenges in the process, I was able to graduate while raising two beautiful children. I want to thank the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall for awarding me this scholarship. You have made such a positive impact on my education, and you have encouraged me to continue my education experience. I will use these funds to buy books for my first semester at Ventura College. Thank you so much, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall.
I would like to thank the Latino Town Hall for being so generous in providing scholarships to senior Santa Paula High School students. As a recipient, I can say that their help has made positive impacts in so many ways during these hard times.
Santa Paula Latino Town Hall's scholarship goal for this year is to raise $10,000. With your support, we can make this happen. Please donate generously by mailing your donation to Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, P.O. Box 128, Santa Paula, California 93061. The graduating class of 2021 thanks you.
Earlier this year, Santa Paula lost a giant among cultural art icons in our community. Javier Montes, or Big X as he was affectionately known, was an educator, a painter, muralist, musician, composer, and a community activist who dedicated his life to giving back to his beloved community of Santa Paula. The Santa Paula Latino Town Hall Cultural Arts Award was renamed this year in his honor and is now the Javier Montes Cultural Arts Award. Fittingly, the first recipient of the newly renamed award is the De Colores Music and Cultural Arts Program and all of its prior students. This program grew out of Montes' founding of the annual De Colores Art Show in 1992. Big X drew inspiration from his anthem song, De Colores, and this became the symbol of his efforts to educate youth and the community about Latinx art. Javier's greatest interest and passion were the children who lived in marginalized communities. He encouraged them by mentoring and involving them in social justice movements through art and music. He taught art and mural painting at Renaissance High School in Santa Paula, believing that the arts are important tools for building self-esteem and gaining a better outlook on life. He constantly reminded parents and teachers how important it is for young people to learn about their heritage and to be proud of it. He knew that artistic creation builds pride, patience, and discipline. For more than 30 years, local children came to Big X to learn how to play guitar and harp free of charge. They learned Latin American and American folk songs, and they performed with their beloved maestro at community events, such as parades and celebrations in Santa Paula for Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King Jr., Labor Day, and Christmas. They participated in the Justice for All Women's March in Ventura and the Cinco de Mayo, Day of the Dead, and Fiesta Day celebrations in Santa Barbara and Ojai. The students raised money to purchase instruments by performing at fundraising events. Montes made sure every student had an instrument, and he maintained them all for his protégés. Before he passed away, Javier expressed the desire to continue to provide free music and art lessons for youth. His partner, Vanessa Acosta, and fellow musician, Lencho Moraza, collaborated with others to create the newly formed nonprofit De Colores Multicultural Folk Arts Incorporated. The goal is to continue Javier's legacy of inspiring youth and artists through education and community involvement. In honor of Javier Montes' lifelong commitment to making the world more interesting, hospitable, and beautiful for youth, and in honor of the many students who worked hard for their maestro over the past 30 years, learning, performing, and enriching our communities. Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is proud to award the 2020 Javier Montes Cultural Arts Award to the De Colores Music and Cultural Art Program and all of its former students.
For over 40 years, Maestro Javier Montes dedicated his time volunteering, teaching students to play guitar and to learn about the rich culture through the arts. These students, in turn, were able to delight many in their community by performing in school events and performing at cultural community events and enriching the lives of everyone as they were playing their music. Some of the students are here in these photographs, and the contributions that they have made and what contributions made by the De Colores Music Cultural Art Programs will be forever priceless. So with that, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is proud to present this award to the De Colores Music and Cultural Arts students who benefited from the teachings of Maestro Javier Montes. And this 2020, this cultural award from now on will be named the Javier Montes Cultural Arts Award. We congratulate the students. We congratulate those that have participated supporting these students. We congratulate you for being part of this effort. So it gives me a great honor to say to you, we look forward to continuing Mr. Montes' legacy and the legacy of teaching students in our community the beauty of music and the arts.
Thank you, Lencho. Thank you, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall.
Greetings, me presento, Vanessa Acosta, founding board member of the newly formed organization De Colores Multicultural Folk Arts, continuing the legacy of Xavier Big X Montes, his philosophy of promoting peace, culture, and social justice through the arts. On behalf of the De Colores students, I am overjoyed and honored to accept this year's Xavier Montes Cultural Award. De Colores students beginning from the Adelante summer class of 1973 through the end of December 2019, congratulations. De Colores students worked diligently learning guitar, Latin American and American folk songs. The students would perform with Xavier for social justice movements such as the Martin Luther King Day, the Cesar Chavez Day Parade, and just recently, the Women's March in Ventura. The students on their own would practice and develop their skills so they can perform and serve the community with their beloved maestro. Xavier continues his journey, satisfied, accomplished, and proud of his students. Thank you, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall. Thank you, Xavier.
We're here to surprise Juvenal Magaña. Latino Town Hall is awarding him the Sports Award for his work with our youth here in Santa Paula. So let me go see. Let me see if he's at the house. Juvenal, ¿cómo estás?
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Who's with you?
My son, my wife.
Why don't you invite him to come out here with us for a few moments?
Sure.
We have a little surprise here for you.
Okay.
Let me wait for the.
Is she even hear you? Play outside. Sorry.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. You?
Well, you've probably been pacing up and down.
No.
No, you continue to work.
Continue to work.
That's good. Well, it's good.
What else?
Remember, it's in that building. You're probably wondering what's going on in the outside.
They're waiting for you.
They need me?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
That's a good one.
As a matter of fact, we brought this for you.
Oh my goodness!
These days, staying healthy is on everyone's mind. And there's one hidden hero, Juvenal Magaña, who has helped keep Santa Paula and Fillmore kids healthy through his years of volunteer work in the area of youth sports. Mr. Magaña's parents, Juvenal Sr. and Erlinda, immigrated from Michoacán, Mexico, and raised Juvenal and his 4 younger siblings in Santa Paula. While attending Santa Paula High School, Juvenal met his wife, Monica. Together, they have raised 3 sons, Juvenal Esteban, JJ, Andres, and Emilio. All 3 boys have participated in youth sports in Santa Paula. Their dad has not only supported their own school and sports events, he has also been instrumental in ensuring that opportunities exist for other kids as well. Seeing a big need in the community for parent volunteers, Juvenal stepped up and helped to build the community youth football and track and field programs. He joined the Santa Paula Youth Football Board as an assistant equipment manager 12 years ago, then took over as president and has served on the board ever since. When the organization was struggling financially in its early years, Juvenal led a small group of parents in rebuilding the program. He wanted to make sure that kids did not have to travel to other cities to play football. It was a rough few years, he admits. Our first year, we had 5 teams, none of which won a single game. Recognizing the need for better coaches, Juvenal recruited parents into coaching clinics. As the finances became stronger, the parents set up football camps with Santa Paula High School and other organizations. I came to realize, he said, that in order to grow the league competitively, we needed to educate the volunteer coaches and expose them and our athletes to something different. Mr. Magana was also instrumental in getting the Heritage Valley Blazers track and field team up and running. He encouraged parents to join the track program to keep in shape during the off-season, and recruited parents to attend coaching clinics for track and field as he had done for football. When the track at Santa Paula High School became unavailable for use, Juvenal helped to establish the program in Fillmore. Transportation was arranged for students needing rides, and scholarships were available for those who could not afford the registration fees. Juvenal also partnered with Santa Paula High School to establish college scholarships for high school students who had participated in the Heritage Valley Blazers program. His enduring dedication to the youth of Santa Paula has enriched the lives of many, and one of his greatest joys is seeing his son Andres volunteer as a coach. Due to the pandemic, sports have been put on hold, but Juvenal remains hopeful. He predicts youth sports will be an important component, helping kids in the community to return to normalcy. He said Saturday morning games and Friday night lights will once again bring our community together. For his optimism, resilience, and leadership, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is proud to honor Mr. Juvenal Magana with the 2020 Sports Award.
Well, Juvenal, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall every year recognizes community members for their volunteerism. And you have been involved coaching youth football well over 16 years, probably most of your adult life. And not only have you done a great job with kids, but you've done a great job also developing the league and your role as not only as a coach, but board member. What's unique about you is that you hold players to high standards. Your players learn the importance of fair play, leadership skills, discipline, and most important, they learn that school comes first. You strive to create a safe and positive environment for your players at all times. And so therefore your volunteerism is priceless. So it gives me, on behalf of Latino Town Hall, the honor to present to you the 2020 Sports Award for your dedication and commitment to help the youth of Santa Paula experience something unique during their early years. And I know that now your son has been involved along with you, and I'm sure your wife has been not only a teen mom, but I'm sure she's got, she's spent a lot of time with you. So on behalf of Latino Town Hall, we want to thank you and we want to congratulate you. And we want you to know that what you're doing is making a difference in the life of not only kids, but it's improving the quality of life of people here in Santa Paula.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, guys. I would like to start by thanking God for giving me the opportunity to be a part of the sports community of Santa Paula. I'm very appreciative to receive this award from the Latino Town Hall. I'm humbled to think someone thought I was worthy of this award. This wouldn't be possible without the help of all the countless volunteers from teen moms, coaches, all board members, and parents. And especially my wife, Monica, my sons JJ, Andres, and Emilio for being there every step of the way. I hope I represented the city well and helped make a positive impact on our city youth. I would encourage everybody that loves the sport of football to get involved and give back to their community by helping with the youth program. It is very, very fulfilling, and it's very fulfilling to see all the volunteers out there, especially my sons, helping me every step of the way. Thank you very much.
Estamos en la casa de María Jiménez y le vamos a hacer la presentación de la Raymond García Humanitarian Award a María Jiménez. Así es de que ahorita vamos a darle una sorpresita. We're here to present the Humanitarian Award to María Jiménez. So hopefully she'll be surprised. Okay. This is Maria's house. I'm gonna go knock on the door. Voy a tocarle la puerta a María. Buenos días, María.
Hola,
¿Cómo
buenos
estamos?
días. Pues bien.
Tenemos una sorpresita. We have a little surprise for you. Yo sé que tienes unos amigos. Invítalos. Mira, María.
Oh, muchas gracias.
Venimos a felicitarte, mira.
Hola.
Pásale.
Me siento como si me fuera a casar. No, no, no.
Por este lado izquierdo, detrás de la mesa.
Sí. ¿Cuántos minutos?
Pásenle.
Vénganse.
Vénganse. Va a haber tiempo para fotos después. Vénganse, porque tenemos una presentación.
Maria Jimenez has been on the forefront of reaching out to our community's most vulnerable populations to ensure they receive much-needed services and support. These include victims of domestic abuse, undocumented immigrants, and farm workers. Maria's personal experience with the trauma and consequences of domestic violence have fueled her efforts to help others. For almost 2 decades, she has dedicated her life to organize and advocate for social services, food assistance, and mental health services for those in need. In 2008, Maria founded Poder Popular alongside other like-minded immigrant women from Mexico and Central America. They advocate for programs that focus on issues of domestic violence, economic self-sufficiency, health, and nutrition. Today, Poder Popular has evolved into a well-recognized multi-service organization, largely functioning through the efforts of volunteers. In 2010, Maria helped to form a new chapter of Líderes Campesinas and became the organization's first president. The group works exclusively with farm workers to provide training in leadership and advocacy. Knowing that separation of families is painful for men as well as for women and children, she helped form Los Compadres, a support group for single men experiencing difficult times. Maria continues to expand these programs as well as playing an important role in various other community efforts, such as organizing the annual Día Internacional de la Mujer, which celebrates the accomplishments of Santa Paula women. As an advocate for children, she organized the Stop Smoking in the Parks campaign, and she champions the group Campeones del Cambio, which advocates for improved quality of school lunches. She has organized Know Your Rights workshops for undocumented residents and workshops for women to increase empowerment and self-esteem. She has also been involved in the Listos emergency preparedness workshops and parent literacy programs. Recently, Maria's efforts have focused on the 2020 census count and promoting COVID-19 awareness and education. During the pandemic, she worked to set food distribution for families without cars, such as the distribution site at Los Arcos restaurant. Maria's social justice advocacy is focused on some of the community's most pressing needs, including helping families deal with the stresses of the pandemic, the lack of childcare resources for working families, and youth homelessness. Maria is also working with others for an initiative to develop an under one roof center in Santa Paula to house multiple nonprofit and public service agencies in order to facilitate delivery of services in a coordinated model. Maria always encourages others to better themselves, to work hard, and overcome negative life experiences, as she has done. Her message is, get involved and give back because we need each other. She herself continues to work on her own leadership skills and is currently attending the Academia de Liderazgo, a leadership academy that provides advocacy and organizational skills training to emerging community leaders. Maria Jimenez is an inspiration who works selflessly on behalf of our community and is truly deserving of the 2020 Raymond Garcia Humanitarian Award. Please join Santa Paula Latino Town Hall in congratulating her on this highest honor conferred by the organization.
María, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Un día tan bonito como hoy. Me da mucho gusto de estar aquí. Y de parte del Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, María, te queremos felicitar porque por más de 18 años tú has sido una persona incansable, una persona campeona, un líder que se ha comprometido a ofrecer servicios a las personas más necesitadas de nuestra comunidad. Y lo que tú has hecho por ellos, por nosotros, en abogar, nos haces un honor, ¿verdad? Y a nosotros nos da un honor de darte este reconocimiento como la ganadora de este premio que se hace anual del señor Raymond Ray García Humanitarian Award. Este es un reconocimiento para una persona humanitaria como lo eres tú. Así es de que de parte de Latino Town Hall te queremos felicitar en honrarnos con esta presentación, con este reconocimiento. So for the past 10 years, you have been a tireless champion and leader to serving Santa Paula's underserved. All in Santa Paula appreciate your advocacy and resiliency. Santa Paula Latino Town Hall is honored to award you with a 2020 Raymond Garcia Humanitarian Award. Mariel, tu trabajo hace que la gente aquí en Santa Paula pueda vivir una vida mejor. Te felicitamos.
Hola, buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Antes que nada quiero darle gracias a Dios por llegar a este momento tan importante en mi vida y también agradecer, ¿verdad?, a los patrocinadores que me han permitido estar aquí. Yo quiero hablarles algo sobre mi experiencia propia y por qué es el trabajo que estoy haciendo. Tengo 20 años ya aquí en Estados Unidos y un principio fue una lucha constante de miedo, de temor. Y en base a eso es lo que me ha motivado a ayudar a la comunidad, a ayudar a esas mujeres que han sufrido violencia doméstica, a esos hombres que están solos aquí en Estados Unidos, a esos niños. Esa motivación es tan grande de ver de que solamente con una persona que nos dé la mano podemos salir adelante, no importa que no sepamos el inglés, que no tengamos estatus migratorio, que no tengamos modo de transportarnos. Sí se puede, nada más con tener a alguien que nos eche la mano, podemos salir adelante. Y quiero agradecer a mi familia, a mi comunidad, a los patrocinadores, a Latino Town Hall y especialmente al señor Lorenzo Moraza por toda la confianza que ha depositado en mí, a la organización Lucha, el doctor Gavino, y también a todas las personas que me han podido ayudar para seguir adelante con esta causa, que es de ayudar a nuestra comunidad para ser mejores. A los voluntarios, a mi comunidad, muchas gracias y sí se puede.
Hello, my name is Kelly Long and I'm your Ventura County Supervisor Board Chair, and also I represent District 3, which Santa Paula is a part of. And it has been my honor to be serving for the last 4 years, and I look forward to working with the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall and all of our community leaders for the next 4. Now today, it's a special day. We are recognizing individuals and organizations that have given back to their community, even while we're going through all this COVID-19 pandemic. It's been outstanding to see all of our community really pulling together and working like we always do for the betterment of our community. So today we are recognizing those individuals and organizations whose work really deserves to be placed in a spotlight. And as your District 3 Supervisor, it is an honor to acknowledge and uplift them for all that they do for the betterment of our community. So I just want to say thank you. I can't be there today with you, but thank you for your impactful work and for doing your part to improve the quality of life for our neighborhood and for Santa Paula and Ventura County. So thank you again for Santa Paula's Latino Town Hall for recognizing all of those. And I just wish you all the best and stay healthy. Thank you.
Good evening. This is Rick Ariza, Mayor of the City of Santa Paula, and I want to take this time to acknowledge the recipients of the Latino Town Hall Awards and to acknowledge Latino Town Hall for taking their time to recognize all of the various humanitarian, business, education, community service, and art awards within the City of Santa Paula. And once again, congratulations to all the winners. You've done a fabulous job in this weird year of 2020. Congratulations. Hope you have a great year.
It's an honor to speak with you tonight in celebration of this year's Community Awards recipients. For over 20 years, the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall has done the important work to make Santa Paula and Ventura as a whole a better place to live. The Santa Paula Latino Town Hall continuously works hard to address the issues of the most underserved populations in our community. Your efforts to engage and empower Latinos throughout Santa Paula and Ventura County are commendable, and I am so proud to support your work. I'm particularly proud of your efforts to ensure that public and private resources are allocated more equitably throughout our communities, and for your leadership in helping Ventura County reach a census self-response rate of 76.7%. Every year, it's my privilege to join the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall to recognize the leaders around us who have stood out for their unwavering and dedicated service to the community. This year is no exception. In fact, I believe that this year's cohort of awardees can hold their heads high with pride for being recognized for their diligent work in the toughest of times. The COVID-19 pandemic has posed a great challenge for us all and has forced us to adapt to the changing needs of our community. And tonight's awardees are proof that we have the most resilient leaders among us who are able to meet the demands of the moment. Though we cannot meet in person this year, I'm glad to be able to be here virtually and continue the tradition celebrating excellence and the indispensable work that the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall does in our community. Have a great night, and once again, congratulations to all of the awardees.
We hope that we have helped shine a light on the awesome service being provided by so many of our neighbors. While we feel much gratitude during this holiday season, we also feel a profound sadness for the lives that have been lost and the families that are struggling as a result of this pandemic. Finally, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the work of the 2020 Awards Committee members. They have thoughtfully engaged in 8 months of weekly Zoom meetings, masked runs to pick up yard signs and awards, physically distanced photo sessions, hours and hours of recording, editing, and video production, relentless pursuit of sponsors and scholarship donors, and so much more to ensure the success of this year's virtual event. It wasn't easy, and it was the right thing to do. We hope you have enjoyed this year's awards presentations. From all of us at the Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, thank you for joining us, and remember, we are all essential to our community and not expendable.